Hello everyone, my name is Shreya. I am from EduCrack. Today, let's learn a root word, Astro. What are root words? Root words are those words which originate in a different language like Greek, Spanish, Latin, sometimes even Sanskrit, or incorporated in English, and they give birth to newer words in English. Sometimes two root words may be combined, sometimes a root word in itself turns out to be a word. Sometimes we use a root word as a prefix, that is, it is used before a word starts. Sometimes it is used at the end of a word as a suffix. Sometimes the root word is the main stem of the word. Let's look at the root word astro and the different words that originate from the root word astro. Root word astro has an origin in Greek, that is, it comes from the Greek language. It comes from the Greek word aster, which means stars or heavenly bodies. So the word aster has a Greek origin, and in Greek it means stars or heavenly bodies. Let us see how it gives birth to different words in English. The first word that we have coming from the root word astro here means stars. The first word that we have is astronaut. If we break down astronaut in two different parts, the first part is astro itself, which means stars. The second word we have is naut, coming from the root word nautus, that means sailor. Who is an astronaut? An astronaut is a person who goes in space. So technically, according to the root of the word astronaut is a sailor amongst the stars, right? The next root that we have is an astrophysicist. Again, let's break down this word. If we break down this word, we have astro plus physics. That means this is a word related to the physics, to the science of the space or of the stars. And then we have another suffix here, that is ist. And ist is basically a person who practices, right? Or is an expert. Practices plus expert of something. So for example, we have chemist, who is an expert in chemistry. We have astrophysicist, who is an expert in the physics of the stars or physics of the space. These are the people who study the physics of space. Then we have a root word, logos. When we look at the root word logos and we combine it with the root word astros, we have a word astrologer. Astrologer comes from the root word logos, that means study of, right? So astrologer is a person who studies astrology. What is astrology? Astrology is a study of stars on human lives, the impact of stars on human lives. So how does the movement of stars from one position to the other, the movement of planets from one position to the other, how does it impact human lives? It is studied by astrologers, right? Comes from the root word astro, that means stars, and logos, that means study of something. It could be anything. Here it is the study of stars or study of the space. Then we have Aster. Aster is basically a 5 or a 6 petaled flower that looks like a star. So it is basically a star-shaped flower. We have Asterisk. This sign here is called an asterisk. It is a star-shaped sign. The alternate spelling of asterisk is also this. A lot of people write asterisk IX, and a lot of people write asterisk as RISK. So the correct spelling is actually asterisk, but some people also write asterisk with an IX. However, Asterisk was a comic character. If you've heard of the comic character Asterisk comics, it was written by Duo, Goskini and Uderzo. So if you want to go ahead and read it, you may want to read the comics of Asterix. They're really great. But yes, so Asterix basically means a star-shaped sign. The next word coming from the root word Aster is disaster, right? No one would have actually thought of that, but yeah, disaster actually comes from the root word astros, that means star. What is disaster? Disaster is a bad event that has happened, right? Something that went grossly wrong. What does it have to do with stars? The word disaster, the prefix here dis, is a negative prefix that basically means bad, right? So when your stars are bad, you have a disaster. So again, disaster is basically a wrong impact of stars on somebody's life. Because of the impact of stars, some event happened, some event happened and that event was actually not good. So that not good event or that bad event is called a disaster. So that is how the root word astro can give birth to so many different words, and all of these words, they have a very different meaning, yet they are somehow related to the root word astros. And that is how root word function. For today, that is all. In the next session, we will be taking up a different root word. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching the video. If you found the video to be helpful, then like the video and subscribe to our channel. If you have any queries, ask them in the comment section. Press the bell icon to always stay updated. Crack it now with EduCrack.